ADHD. Should medication be used to treat? What exactly is ADHD? ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Children with ADHD may have trouble paying attention in school and may be much more active or impulsive. These behaviors contribute to significant problems in relationship, learning, and behavior. For this reason, children with ADHD are seen as being difficult or as having behavioral problems. You may ask, what causes ADHD? What are the symptoms? How is it treated? Well, let me inform you. Children with ADHD do not produce enough chemicals in the key areas of the brain that are responsible for organizing and causing symptoms of ADHD. The symptoms of ADHD are broken into two categories. 1, inattentive, and 2, hyperactivity or impulsive. Symptoms for inattentive include having difficulty following instructions, difficulties paying attention, loses things, appears to not be listening, seems disorganized, forgets things, and is easily distracted. Hyperactivity or impulsive symptoms are fidgety, runs, climbs inappropriately, can't play quietly, blurts out answers, interrupts people, can't stay in his seat, talks too much, always on the go, and has trouble waiting his or her turn. There are a number of methods for treatment. The most common method is the use of medication along with structure, rules, and routines. There is much controversy regarding ADHD and the use of stimulant medications to treat. Some people feel that with discipline, structure, proper diet, and behavioral techniques, that ADHD can be controlled without medication. Unlike medication, this method takes more time, needs to have goals where achievements are measured in small steps, require consistent throughout the day in whatever environment the child happens to be. As we all know, this method is almost impossible when both parents work and children spend hours away from home. ADHD is 5 to 7 times more common in boys, which is why I'm speaking with you today. My son was diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 5, and I would like to share with you our decision to use medication to treat this disease. We knew that our son was full of energy, easily distracted, and he had to be repeatedly told to stop doing things that he should not be doing. But we summed it up to him just being a boy. However, that all changed when he started preschool. It was only a matter of time before the notes came home, followed by the phone calls at work, and of course, parent-teacher conferences. This was the start of a very emotional time for our family. Each conversation always seemed to start with, "He is a very intelligent child, but he can't stay in his seat. But he is disrupting the other children, but he's blurting out answers without raising his hand." And each and every positive was followed by a list of negatives. He was removed from the group and confined to a single desk beside the teacher. Many of his privileges and activities were taken away from him on a daily basis, both at school and at home. Being his father, I became upset and extremely defensive and wanted to protect my son. We knew we had to do something to help our son. So we turned to his pediatrician. We explained what was going on at school and at home, and he recommended we seek help of a psychiatrist and allow them to complete an evaluation. The evaluation process was over a period of about a year or so, and the conclusion was our son was ADHD. Still in denial, I refused to accept that my son needed to take medication. in fear that it might alter his personality and put him in a comatose state of mind. I just could not accept it. Now 5 and starting kindergarten, behavior problems continued. Notes sent home, no recess, trips to the principal office, and don't forget repeated parent-teacher conferences. This became stressful for us, so we knew it had to be taking a toll on our son. My wife read about ADHD medications, the side effects, and the success stories of these medications. We spoke with his doctors and agreed that the side effects of the medication were much less than the negative impact ADHD would have on him. Dr. Marbury advised us for every negative comment, it would take 7 positive ones to erase that one negative. Research also shows that ADHD may result in bullying, mental disorder, and a lack of response to discipline. If untreated, children with ADHD are more likely to use drugs and alcohol, and more likely to be arrested and charged with a felony. With this information, I could not watch my son fight a disease he had very little control over alone. Therefore, just like any other disease, we decided to treat it with medication. We are very pleased with his current ADHD medication. We have more control over the dosage and the amount of time that our son needs the medication. With the help of the school, doctors, and our family, our son is doing extremely well in school and outside activities. His relationships grown and are a positive influence on him day to day. I have come to realize that it was not the medication that I did not like, but the ADHD. More importantly, the medication has allowed my son the opportunity to function in a normal environment and to be more productive.